about Ronny on the night of his death. Girl, what? Then she said that Tasiki set her up.
Junior was not Blueface baby when Ronny mysteriously got offed.
Y'all better sit down for this one because Chrisean Rock just did something we never thought she would. She finally spoke on him. You know who we talking about. That mystery man from backstage. That shady figure from the hotel hallway. The one fans been side-eyeing for months. Yep, we're talking about Ronny. The same Ronny who's been popping up in the background of lives, whispering during streams, and showing up when Blueface ain't around.
Oh, Mom, it's so freaking...
For the longest time, Chrisean stayed quiet. She played it cool. But now, baby, she's speaking. And she's not holding back. In a new exclusive voice recording, leaked just hours ago, Chrisean breaks her silence on everything: the betrayal, the rumors, the feelings she kept hidden, and how this one man, Ronny, almost ruined her chance at peace. And y'all, when she said, "I trusted him more than I trusted Blue," the internet stopped. Wait, WHAD? The drama is real. The tea is boiling. And this revelation might just be the final piece of the puzzle that explains everything Chrisean's been acting out over the last few months. Alright, y'all. Let's rewind the clock way back because this Ronny situation didn't just start yesterday. No. This goes way back to when Chrisean Rock first started drifting from Blueface. And fans who were really paying attention, they caught it. They saw the shift. The energy wasn't the same. The lives got quieter. The captions got sadder. The bruises were still there. But the fire? It was different. Now let's be real. Chrisean's been through hell and back: public breakups, explosive fights, betrayals from family, the CPS drama, and that rocky roller coaster with Blueface. But somewhere in that chaos, there was someone new lurking in the background. Enter Ronny. At first, folks didn't even notice him. He was just a friend on set, quiet, unassuming, always hanging around, helping with bags, filming from angles nobody asked for. But fans on TikTok started stitching clips together, like, WHO, is this guy always in her space? One video even caught Chrisean whispering "thanks Ron" during a backstage moment right after a huge fight with Blueface. And baby, that clip went viral fast. But the timeline gets even messier, because Ronny wasn't just her assistant. Allegedly, he used to work security for Blueface and was fired. Word on the street is, Blueface caught him in Chrisean's dressing room late one night. And let's just say, voices were raised and hands were nearly thrown. Insider sources say Blueface called him out. "You think I don't see what's going on? You moving shady, bro?" Ronny denied everything, claimed he was just protecting Chrisean from the chaos. But after that moment, he disappeared for a minute. Then, he was back, louder, closer, and fans started noticing the emotional shift in Chrisean. She started going live with less energy. Her eyes puffy, her tone detached. And in one particularly viral live, she said, "I don't even know who I got left to trust anymore." Now here's where it gets really wild. While Blueface was out in Miami with Jade and Alexis, flaunting family time, Chrisean posted a blurry photo of two shadows on a hotel balcony. And one of them was clearly not Blue. Internet sleuths compared shoe silhouettes and yep, you guessed it. It was Ronny. Let that sink in. While the world thought she was mourning her toxic relationship, she was secretly building something with the man her ex hated most. But was it love? Or was it just a
Not Blueface baby when Ronny mysteriously got offed. Yeah, I knew it, and she just confirmed it on live with Tia Kemp, because how Tia Kemp know? She talks to Blueface mama. That's how she know about how Ronny passed away. And that's why Chrisean hurried up and hung up when Tia Kemp Yanti mentioned Ronny. Interesting. So you don't know nothing about his death. You don't have nothing to do with his death. In fact, you stopped talking to that man for years, right? You have a straight face about his death. If anybody has a straight face while they dealt with somebody for years, I don't care how they impact you, you should have some type of tear. Something's wrong with this.
Promobot. Because remember, Chrisean was vulnerable. Fresh off a breakup, under pressure from fans, producers, her own family. And suddenly, here's this guy, Ronny, giving her space, patience, and protection when everyone else was taking from her. It looked like peace until it turned toxic again. One night, during an Instagram live that ended abruptly, Chrisean screamed, "I can't believe you went through my phone, Ronny." Boom! The truth cracked open. There was something real happening between them. Something deep, something messy, something she didn't want the world to see, and from that moment on, the speculation never stopped. Was Ronny really just a friend? Was he manipulating her behind the scenes? Or was he the only one who ever truly saw her pain? Even Chrisean's own brother once posted a story saying, "I ain't cool with no new dude trying to play daddy while my niece trying to heal." Phew. And still through it all, Chrisean never said his name, never confirmed the whispers, never validated the rumors. Until now. Because in a leaked voice note that just hit the blogs, Chrisean finally cracks. "I ain't want nobody to know what he meant to me, 'cause if I said it, y'all would ruin it. Like y'all ruin everything else." That one line, it hit hard. The girl who's been painted as chaotic, loud, and reckless just admitted she was trying to protect something real for once. But what? Was it really? Was Ronny the safe space? Or another opportunist exploiting her pain? Was Chrisean in love? Or just lost? The background is messy. The emotions are raw. And the betrayal that's coming next? Buckle up. Because what happened when Ronny turned on her changed everything. Alright, y'all. Let's get into the moment everything went left between Chrisean and Ronny. Because while she tried to protect him, he wasn't protecting her. It all started with that one infamous Instagram live, the one where Chrisean was pacing back and forth, phone shaking in her hand, hair pulled into a messy bun, eyes blazing with fury. The caption said, "I'm done." At first, viewers thought she was venting about Blueface again, but nope. This time it was Ronny, and she didn't hold back. "You think I ain't see those DMs? You in my face every day talking about you loyal, and you messaging my enemies behind my back?" Y'all, it was bad. She started pulling up screenshots live on camera messages between Ronny and an ex-friend of Chrisean's, someone she had a very public falling out with last year. The messages? Full of shade. Ronny allegedly texted, "She be wildin' all day. He was right about her. I'm just playing my part." Playing his part? That's when viewers knew it wasn't just messy, it was a setup. Ronny had been gaining her trust, all while reporting back to people who wanted to bring her down. Some even speculated he was being paid off by Zeus producers or even Blueface's camp to keep tabs on her. But the real betrayal came in the form of a leaked voice note sent from Ronny to someone saved as Q in his contacts. In the audio, Ronny says, "She think I'm really feeling her. I'm just making sure she don't crash out before the reunion. They paying me good too. Keep her calm." Phew. So now we're talking about manipulation, gaslighting, and corporate puppeteering all wrapped in one. While Chrisean thought Ronny was her ride or die, he was literally a handler feeding her peace just to keep the cameras rolling and her image marketable. But Chrisean, she don't stay quiet for long. The very next day, she hopped on Twitter and let it all out. "Ain't nobody play me like that and get away with it. I put my guard down for one person and y'all flipped it against me. Ronny, you a whole actor. Hope the money was worth it." Then boom, just a few hours later, Ronny deactivated all his accounts. Gone. Vanished from the internet. Not a trace, which only fueled the fire even more. Now let's be real. The blogs ate this up. Theshadirum, Hollywood Unlocked, and Neighborhood Talk all posted breakdowns of the scandal. Screenshots, side-by-sides, a full timeline of betrayal, and the fans? Baby, they were torn. Some were like, "Damn, Chrisean really can't trust nobody." Others? Not so sympathetic. That's what happens when you surround yourself with yes men and cloud chasers. Meanwhile, one of Chrisean's closest friends, who usually stays off camera, posted a cryptic IG story saying, "We been told her Ronny wasn't solid, but she ain't wanna hear it," which led to even more speculation. Did Chrisean ignore the signs? But hold up. It gets worse, because just when it seemed like the betrayal couldn't get deeper, a hotel employee came forward in a TikTok expose. She claimed that during Chrisean's last trip to Vegas, Ronny was caught on surveillance footage bringing another woman to their room while Chrisean was out getting her hair done for an appearance. The video, not fully leaked yet. But this employee who only showed part of her face claimed he was laughing, kissing on this girl, acting like the room was his. We didn't even know it was Chrisean's room until later. And then, as if that wasn't enough, a group chat leak surfaced between Ronny and a known Zeus producer where they were discussing narratives for upcoming episodes. Here's the bombshell message. Let her think she's in control. Once we get that crying breakdown scene, we wrap this season with a win. Y'all, they weren't just watching her spiral, they were planning it. And Ronny, he was the emotional bait. Now Chrisean was left in a position she's all too familiar with. Alone, exposed, and embarrassed. The sad part, you could see the shift in her. She started going quiet again. No random lives, no cryptic tweets, just silence. And fans knew when Chrisean goes dark, she's either planning revenge or healing from something deep. But then came the final blow in this twist-filled betrayal. A voicemail from Chrisean to Ronny leaked on Reddit. A fan claimed they got it from a burner account that Ronny used for business. In it, Chrisean can be heard crying softly, saying, "I really thought you was different. Like, I believed you. I let you in." That voicemail broke people. Fans flooded her DMs with support. Comments exploded with "Protect Chrisean." And even other influencers started defending her publicly. One popular beauty YouTuber posted, "This girl is broken and exploited and y'all keep laughing like it's entertainment." But it was entertainment. For Ronny, for Zeus, and for the people pulling the strings. And now, Chrisean's pulling back the curtain and finally putting names to faces, and she's naming names on camera next time. But before we get to that, y'all thought the betrayal was over. Oh no, baby. We just cracked the surface. Because what Ronny did behind the scenes was darker, nastier, and more calculated than anyone could have imagined. And the worst part, he left a trail. Let's start with the DM leak that set everything on fire. An anonymous Twitter page at chriseanrock dropped over 40 screenshots of Ronny's private messages. Some were between him and producers. Others were with a woman only saved as M, but one thread blew everything open. In that thread, Ronny sent, "She's losing it again. Just cried in the bathroom for 30 minutes. Might get the breakdown scene you wanted by next week. She's already talking about quitting." And the reply, "Keep pushing. We need that climax moment for the finale. You're doing perfect. Are you kidding?" This man was actively playing her emotions for a check. While the world watched her fall apart, the people around her were pushing her closer to the edge for entertainment. But it doesn't stop there. One message showed Ronny planning a secret mic placement inside Chrisean's room. Let me say that again. A secret mic. Without her knowledge. In the texts, he writes, "Already planted the lav under the vanity. We'll catch whatever she says to her mom tomorrow. Illegal, immoral, and heartless." Now the blogs. They ran with it. Hollywood Unlocked headlined, "Ronny, the handler?" Audio device planted in Chrisean's room during mental breakdown episode. Even the shade room, which usually stays neutral, posted a split screen with Chrisean's crying face on one side and Ronny's smirking image on the other. Caption: "This man had us all fooled." But then, just when it seemed like there were no more bombs to drop, Chrisean herself hopped on IG Live. Not crying, not yelling, but calm. Too calm. That scary calm. And what she said shook the room. Y'all ever been played by somebody that made you feel safe? Like they wasn't just breaking your heart, they was feeding off it too. Then she pulled out her own phone and showed the chat log. Her chat log. From the first day she ever met Ronny. She tapped on the first message. "Hey, I'm here for you. Whatever you need." Then she scrolled through. "You don't need him. I got you. You safe now." Then she looked into the camera and said, "Whole time, he had a mic on his chest." Boom. Ronny was wearing a wire. Not just once. Not just for security. But repeatedly. For interviews. For phone calls. Even for private convos that were never meant to be aired. And she knew the exact moment she found out. She said, "I hugged him one night, and I felt it. Right there, little square thing by his ribs. He said it was his insulin pump. But Ronny ain't diabetic. Phew, the betrayal just hit a whole new level. This man infiltrated her life, earned her trust, and used every vulnerable moment to feed the machine that was profiting off her pain. And y'all wanna know the craziest part? Ronny was already in talks to join Zeus's next spin-off show. According to another leak, he was in pre-contract conversations for a new series called Damage Control, Chrisean's Inner Circle. Yeah, you heard that right. They were prepping to spin him off into his own starring role. At this point, fans were losing it. Twitter exploded with hashtags. Hashtag justice for Chrissy and hashtag Ronny is over party, hashtag McGate, hashtag Zeus exposed. TikTok creators began creating timelines, dissecting Ronny's appearances in past episodes, catching strange moments where he was looking directly into off-screen producers or subtly tapping his chest, possibly triggering audio cues. Even a former Zeus cast member who remained anonymous posted to their close friend's story, "We all knew Ronny was a plant, but we stayed quiet cause we needed the check." Let that sink in. They all knew. Meanwhile, Chrisean's silence turned to strategy. She posted one single tweet. "I got my own footage. Let's play." And y'all, insiders say she's sitting on hours of unreleased clips from her own camera crew. Stuff Zeus never wanted out. Conversations, emotional breakdowns, fights that never aired, and private pillow talks with Ronny. Before he knew he was being watched, now she's gearing up to drop it all. Fans are speculating she's working with a new network or dropping a tell-all documentary. Either way, Ronny's days of hiding are over, and before we move on to the public chaos that followed, let me leave you with this. A voice note leaked from Ronny just hours ago. He sounds panicked, scared. He says, "I didn't mean for it to go this far. They told me I was helping her image. I didn't know they'd flip it like this. Too late, Ronny. The damage is done." When the smoke cleared from the Ronny reveal, the internet was in full-blown meltdown mode. This wasn't just messy anymore. This was diabolical. And baby, the streets of Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, and YouTube were on fire. Comments weren't just dragging Ronny, they were torching Zeus Network, production crews, and anyone who even smiled in Ronny's direction. Let's talk Twitter first. Hashtags took over the trending list in hours. For Chrisean Zeus exploitation, Migat Ronitheraton tweet with over 2.3 million views said, "Chrisean Rock wasn't spiraling. She was being orchestrated." And you laughed. Another user broke it down with screenshots and timestamps like it was a CSI investigation. Notice how Ronny always stood to her left during emotional scenes. That's the side her MIG didn't cover, because he was wearing the backup. Y'all, internet detectives were in their bag. But it wasn't just fans reacting, celebrities started jumping in. Tamara Braxton tweeted, "Been there, sis. They use you until they can't control you no more. Stay strong." JD from City Girls reposted a clip of Chrisean saying, "I believed you," with the caption, "This shit to real." And then Cardi B herself liked and retweeted a post that said, "Ronny should be blacklisted from the entire industry." Boom. That's industry shade on full display. Even Zeus Network tried to clean it up. They posted a rushed statement on their Instagram page. "Zeus has never condoned secret recordings or manipulation. All cast are treated with professionalism and consent is prioritized at every stage." But fans weren't buying it. The comments were brutal. "So where's the consent form for planting mix in her bathroom?" Y'all said the same thing when Lemuel got exposed for staging beefs. If Ronny's innocent, let him go live right now and explain it himself. Spoiler alert, he didn't. Meanwhile, the Love and Hip Hop cast who've been quiet through most of this started throwing not so subtle shade. Yandy posted an old video of her telling Chrisean to stop trusting everybody. Fans clocked it as a jab. Erica Mina commented under a blog post with just 3 popcorn emojis. Petty. But the biggest curveball? Blueface. Yes, him. He posted a screenshot of the leak and said, "I told y'all them handlers ain't friends." That boy was on payroll. Wait, so you knew too? Or are you just playing smart now that the house is burning? And the fans? Phew, they divided fast. Half of them were screaming, "Protect Chrisean at all costs," while the others were like, "She should have known better. She let him in too quick." But in the middle of that chaos, a new group emerged. A rising wave of supporters calling themselves Chrisean's Angels, yes. Like that, they started reposting clips of her happiest moments before Ronny entered the picture. Videos of her smiling, dancing, holding her baby, untouched by betrayal, unbothered, real. Their slogan? We saw the real her. They tried to erase it. Emotional, raw, powerful. And guess what? Within 48 hours, a GoFundMe launched, not for money, but for Chrisean to produce her own docuseries independently, away from Zeus. The title, Unscripted, Chrisean's Real Story. It gained $50,000 in donations in less than a day. The people are tired of exploitation. They want authenticity. They want truth. And the media outlets started picking up the story. Rolling Stone ran a full feature titled, Chrisean Rock and the Industry of Breakdown, How Black Women Are Profited Off. Then silenced. Variety called it the Ronny debacle, reality TV's dangerous obsession with mental trauma. Meanwhile, a source from inside Zeus anonymously told The Cut, "We all knew something was coming, but not like this. Ronny just blew the whole operation." And y'all, even Netflix reportedly sent out feelers asking if Chrisean would be open to developing her own raw, unfiltered series. She hasn't said yes yet, but if she does, you better believe the ratings will be out of this world, because what the public just witnessed wasn't just drama, it was abuse, betrayal, and emotional warfare. And now the same public is ready to flip the script. Chrisean's not just a meme anymore. She's a movement. And before we move into the final twist, let me remind y'all, the man who did all this, he's gone. No posts, no lives, no explanations. And according to one source, he might be fleeing the country. And just when you thought this story couldn't get any messier, boom, a legal time bomb just exploded. Because guess what, y'all? An actual lawsuit is now in motion. And not just a lawsuit, a full federal investigation. Sources close to Chrisean's team confirmed late last night that her lawyers have filed an official complaint with both the California Attorney General's office and the FCC, targeting Zeus Network and Ronny personally. Why the FCC, you ask? Because some of the leaked audio captured from those illegal mix weren't just used for the show. They were allegedly transmitted across state lines and stored without consent. That's not just messy, that's a felony. And let me tell you, baby, the documents, they are packed. Like 50+ pages of screenshots, audio transcripts, time-stamped footage, and personal testimonials from former crew members ready to spill everything. One former editor even submitted a written statement that read, "I was asked to insert crying audio from another episode into Chrisean's bathroom scene. The real footage was silent. She was asleep. They wanted her to look unhinged. WHAT? They manufactured breakdowns? They edited a silent moment into a mental health crisis? This is DEFCON 1, y'all. But wait, because here comes the kicker, the final shock. According to Radar Online and Media Takeout, a secret phone call was leaked between Ronny and a high-ranking Zeus executive. In the call, Ronny begs them to make it all go away. He says, "Just tell them I was freelancing. Say I wasn't employed. Say you didn't know." And the reply, "We can't cover you anymore." Chrisean's lawyers got a hard drive. They're naming names. Yup, you read that right. Hard drive. Apparently, Chrisean had her own tech team recover backed up cloud footage of everything Ronny uploaded. He thought he was slick. He thought she was distracted. But sis was playing chess, not checkers. And now, it's all out in the open. The call ends with Ronny literally saying, "My career is over. I'm leaving law," and just like that, the man who once controlled her narrative is on the run. Meanwhile, Zeus has gone radio silent. Their lawyers have no comment. The network CEO, Lemuel Plummer, he deactivated his Twitter. Chrisean, however, posted a boomerang of her baby sleeping peacefully. Caption, "Peace." Finally, the symbolism? Louder than 1,000 interviews. But here's the final twist. A brand new Instagram page just launched this morning under the name @JusticeForChrisean. The bio? If something happens to her, Y'all know who did it. Wait, what? Is this a new threat? Is Chrisean still in danger? Fans are speculating it's her cousin managing the page. Others think it's a private investigator working to build a case against Zeus and Ronny. One post claims, "There's more audio. There's footage y'all haven't seen. The worst part hasn't even dropped yet. So what is it? More betrayal? Another hidden camera? An industry takedown? We don't know yet, but this cliffhanger? It's intense. Because what started as reality TV drama just turned into a legal scandal, an ethical nightmare, and a cultural reckoning. From exploitation to empowerment, from manipulation to revenge, Chrisean flipped the script. But the question remains, what else is on that hard drive? And will it destroy more than just Ronny? Phew, if you made it this far, congratulations, because you just witnessed one of the most twisted, explosive, and emotional reality show sagas ever to hit the internet. But this ain't just TV anymore. This is real-life consequences, real tears, real betrayal, real lawsuits. And now we gotta ask the biggest questions of all. Do you think Zeus Network set Chrisean up from the jump? Should Ronny be charged for what he did, or is he just another pawn in a much bigger game? And most importantly, will Chrisean finally get to live her truth without being turned into a storyline? Go off in the comments below. We wanna know where y'all stand. Because this is bigger than one influencer. This is about power, manipulation, and who really controls the narrative in this messy entertainment world. Drop your thoughts using #justice for Chrisean, #expose Ronny, #Zeus on trial. And hey, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Because if there's another audio leak, another court update, or another explosive twist in this wild saga, you already know we got the exclusive tea first. We're not done. Not even close. The hard drive still got secrets. The lawsuits just getting started. And Ronny still hiding. So stay locked in, stay messy, and stay loud. Because whatever comes next, we'll be right here to break it down. This was video Mazza 545, where the drama never takes a day off. Till next time.